Hey, 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 hey! Welcome back to another RSG Lunch Stream. I'm Ranger J1999, your host, and part of the RSG crew. Glad to have you guys here for another lunch stream. Glad to have you hanging out with us for our lunch stream. If you're wondering what is the lunch stream, well, that's where we bring you guys something fun to listen to for the next hour, hour and a half. During your lunch break, whether it be now, where you listen to us live, or later on, where you download us as a podcast, you listen to us on the playback on YouTube. It doesn't matter. We are here just to bring something fun in your workday. That's what it's all about. We're here to talk about some Star Wars Galaxy heroes, and we'll do a roster review. We'll answer your questions. If you have questions, go ahead and pop those into the chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement. We'll get those scooped up and we'll get those read. And then we'll just let madness ensue. Let's introduce everybody that's on the panel today. And not a lot of people on the panel today. Just trying to say there's not a lot of us in here. Just me and my boy Grim the mechanic. What's going on, Grim?
I'm tired. And it's cold outside. It snowed all last night.
Yeah, I'm tired too. And stuff, but you know what? We show up every day as professionals. Finn's out somewhere playing with his pork. Grande's by the pool sipping margaritas and being Grande. He's a big deal. He does that, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Mike's probably dealing with Sweary Daughter. Saley's plotting the demise of the world as we know it because he's a soulless one. There's a lot of stuff going on, Grim, that's keeping others from us. I don't know what to tell you.
The moral of the story is Mike is the only one with a real excuse.
Yeah, I mean, if I had two daughters like that, I'd be busy as well, you know. But I digress. Glad to have everybody here. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. We're past Monday. Man, I'm tired. Got those last two classes, and I'm on my final one now. You know, Grim, I went to go register. I got an email from them like, you should register for your graduation ceremony. I'm like, okay. So I go to register. There's no event set up yet for me to go to. How brain dead do you have to be to send an email when there's no event? It's like...
Apparently the university you're going to has their very own Finity.
Apparently so. All right, say, we're going to do some stuff now, say. Meh. But, get my energy up in game. Let me just claim this real quick. Yes. So we had the rework drop. I'm sure we're going to be asked about that. I was on the Alliance show last night, and we discussed it. So if you have questions about that, fired in there. I'm not going to say much until we get to some questions, which is totally fine. But looks cool. Oh, I got 10 bonus shards. Very nice. I'll take that. Say, man, we go over here and get some shards left. Meh. Let's check the store, see what we get. Say, yeah, 150. Say, meh. We can buy more crap. Say, meh. Is there anything I want to hear? No, I don't care about that. I do love me some Carpontes. I'll take those. Any more Carpontes? No, there's not. Crap. I will take those. It needs done cuffs. So I did take Zalbar to 12 yesterday. So I got my mission at Zalbar 12. And if you guys look, I'm almost done with Vandor and I'm almost done with L3. And with the shards that I get this month for L3, they'll all be done. And then I can move on to other things. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to farm next. I'll probably wait for the new characters. I'll throw those in because I'm still working on Basila. Then I'll go back to Candace once I finish L3. So getting there. Kira's 11. Vendor I'll take to, I think he's 10? 9. He's 9. What am I missing for him? Oh, the stupid purple things, and then
you already have B2 and Grievous 7-star, right?
Oh yeah. All the droids that are out already. I've got 7-star, so you can see they're all
awesome.
7-star.
I was just wondering because regardless of whether these guys are gonna be amazing in Arena or not, they're gonna be really good in TW.
Yeah, and a lot of the droids you can see B2, General Grievous, HK. You know, I've worked on them and gotten them to like Gear 9, Gear 10. Magna I could take up, I just haven't yet. So I'll eventually take these guys. I want to see everything and see how it plays out, but it could be the faction I work on next for gear, which is totally fine. I'll save up and then I'll just blitz it like I always do. But I really want to get the Kira Scoundrel team done. So I want to get Vandor and I want to get L3 at least Gear 11. And then rocking and rolling. I'm saving up.
Oh yeah, dude. Once you finish that Scoundrel team, man, you'll put it up on defense one time.
Never think about it again. That's right.
Oh, this is beautiful, and it has like 15 defenses or 20 defenses.
Mm-hmm. So, but it's taking a little bit of a farm, but it's good. So I'm getting these characters knocked out. I was kind of looking at like what I'm gonna go to next. I'm looking and I'm like, Garth Johanny will be in there, but I'm like, I still got some space for some other things. What do I want to continue working on? I'm like, I may go back to Range Trooper and Visas, because I gotta have something to farm. So I'm still farming Django. and I'm still farming Bastila. So, but that still leaves me one more that I can go back in and start working on again. I think I may throw Range Trooper Pooper and the Scooper in there and get him going. So we'll see what's happening with Johanny and Karth. See what's going on with them. All right, we've got a roster review today, say, and let's get to it. We got some stuff we got to take care of, and that's one of them. All right, today we are doing Rancid Dusty 82, and they are in the Knights of Hawk. Shout out to the Knights of Hawk. Let's see here. What did he want us to look at? All right, let's see. Rancid Dusty. I need direction. I'm kind of lost with all the new tunes that came out. And please shout out my guild. Hey, I did shout out your guild, so I'll shout them out again. Knights of the Hawks, best guild ever. When I think of guilds, Star Wars Gods, and Heroes, Knights of the Hawks do it for me. All right. I just realized something, Grim. I gotta do all the damn questions. Because Finn and them suck.
Yeah. One of these days, you're going to have to show me how to do it so you won't have to do it.
Just got a Nightbot and all this other crap. And yeah. Let me just pull that up real quick. And then we'll get into your Rancid Dusty's profile. I just want to make sure I get that up. So I can start scooping up questions. Good. Yes. Okay, let's do this. All right, so what's your GP at? 1.896. Okay, pretty solid. We've got the standard Sith team with Palpatine, Vader, Nihilus, Scion, and Thrawn. But let's kind of go through here. So we're looking at, you have 150 characters unlocked. 7-star is 62, 6-star is 10. So I've got a feeling we're going to be working on the pillar system here. Let's see what you have and what you don't have. You have Palpatine, check. CLS, check. Thrawn, check. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Alright, we definitely know what we need to work on. We are going for pillars, brother. Prepare yourself. R2 is done, check. So CLS RT is done, good.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Finn.
Sorry, I have a new boss, and I had to go through my project with him, and it ran late, and I can't just leave it. So, but now I'm done.
You punch him in the face, and you make sure he knows who's boss, Finn. I don't know what the hell you're doing.
That's how he shows me how he's boss and fires me. So yeah, that's not gonna work.
Well, then find another job, Finn. You're very popular. We'll get you something.
Yeah, no thanks.
Let's see. Grand Admiral Thrawn is.
Hey, maybe
6
Grande
stars.
can get you a job as a pool boy with him.
Ooh.
No thanks.
What do you mean, no thanks? You'd be doing it for Carrie.
Yeah.
Hey, that means you'll end up becoming Crazy's pool boy.
Finn, think of it.
Crazy.
Crazy likes porgs too.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's why Crazy's awesome.
Of course, Crazy's awesome. That's not the argument here, Potato Head. It's you working for said Crazy. All right. I take a step back. Thrawn is 6 stars. So let's look at his Phoenix real quick because I want to see where we're at with those. I mean, they're Gear 7, Gear 8. They're 7 stars, so...
Yeah, I'm guessing he's running into the same problem you had when you were doing it.
Hey, if you try to skip, you're going to have you're going to have log farms. Hey.
It's a gear check for that last tier to get him to 7 stars.
No.
So,
oh no! But yeah, so we've got to finish Thrawn. So probably have to take these guys.
I'm sorry if I missed it. Can I ask the obvious question? Why is he running Emperor Palpatine instead of like a CLS team?
We haven't got to that yet, Finn. We just started. See what happens when you come in late?
Yeah, but don't you want to start with the fact that he's...
No, I want to start and see what he has and what he doesn't have, and we're going through the pillar system because he wants to know. He wants direction. He didn't say PvP was a priority. It's
CLS. There's your turn.
Oh, for Christ's sake, shut up, Finn. All right, so let's look at your bounty hunters and just start working our way down because they're going to need this for Chewie. Need some work.
He's in the chat, by the way, if you didn't see.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I can't see the chat and Nightbot and everything else.
I have it open, so.
All right, so bounty hunters need some work. First order, I'm sure, is going to need some work. No, not too bad. You're going to need to finish out your first order because we need BB-8. So, they don't have to be super high gear leveled, but let's finish the stars and at least either first order TIE Fighter pilot or first order executioner so that we can round that team out. So that's one team you can round to get BB-8. He's a great character. That's one of the pillars. Bounty Hunters could be a way to go, but let's look at the rest of your roster. Old Republic. Old Republic has not been touched, Finn.
I'm trying not to scream.
Why? He's a newer player.
I went to his mods.
Oh.
I kind of want to cry.
Well, I mean,
he actually has good mods. And don't worry, I'm just joking around.
We are joking.
You have really good mods. Your mods are not focused at all.
We'll talk about mods when we get to mods, Finn. But keep that on the back burner.
Well, what I want to say is that his team is actually fine. The Emperor Palpatine, Vader, Scion, Nihilus, Thrawn team is perfectly fine. You should be able to get well higher than where you are. But and since you're in the chat, you can let us know. What is your reason for difficulty with Arena? Is it because you're just not playing that much? Are you having difficulty beating people? Did you take a break and now your shard is way ahead of you? What is your biggest issue? Because one thing I can see is that your team should be plenty fine in order to get higher. If you
with the
mod, you'd be in a much better shape.
Yeah, with this EP team as it is, he should be getting top 200 at least.
Mm-hmm. I think you'd be in a much better position. And then, depending on what you're facing, you can also make modifications to your team. For example, if you're facing a lot of Traya teams where you are, right? Take out Vader and put in your 3-star Zeta at Enfys Nest.
Mm-hmm.
You can run EP, Scion, Nihilus, Thrawn, and Enfys, and you would be in a much better shape. Because the reason Vader becomes kind of a detriment on that team is because he puts dots on the entire team, which triggers Darth Nihilus to get turn meter, and then he'll force drain you. And that can then start the destruction of your entire team. So, probably a good idea against Treyas not to use Vader. But you can. It's not like you can't beat it with it, but you do have to be careful kind of on the sequence of things. So, I'm curious what he's running into a lot of Bastila teams. EP can beat Bastila.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Because they're all Jedi. Like, all of them. So, then you're probably looking at a modding thing. Yeah. We need to get your Thrawn faster. You need to get a really, really fast Thrawn. That's going to be kind of your main thing. Mm-hmm.
Just with the Bastila teams, like back when I was running this team, sometimes I'd use Thrawn to give turn meter to Nihilus or Scion, have him dispel Kenobi's taunt, because Kenobi's taunt is annoying, and then Thrawn would come back around, get his turn, and then I'd fracture Yoda, and then Bastila will fall apart.
That's right, see. Meh. All right, my friend. We got some work to do here. This is the order that I'm not even going to look at Night Sisters Troopers. It doesn't matter. We are not even close with the pillars.
Nathaniel Morgan, you're right. EP against Bastila is typically not a great matchup. It can win. You have to just go really super tanky. And you have to, like kind of what Grim said, you have to shut down Grandmaster Yoda.
Yeah, you shake your Thrawn, go hit Yoda, do your thing, Sign will remove all the buffs, you got a couple people that remove, you just burn Yoda down, and then after that it's a done deal.
But mods is going to be your biggest thing with that, because if your Thrawn isn't fast, and your Scion isn't fast to do the constant dispelling, you're going to be finding yourself behind the Bastila team. You're not going to be able to run through that protection. You're not going to be able to get rid of those buffs. So that's probably what you're going to want to do. You can also shift over. He doesn't have Chewie, right?
No, he doesn't.
Well,
but
I'm about to talk about that. So
yeah, same here. I was about to say that.
Let's talk about his roster here. So I don't care about Night Sisters Troopers, any of that other stuff. We've got to get you focused on the pillars. Pillars that are done. CLS R2 done. We're missing Chewbacca and 3PO from the Rebels. Palpatine is done. Grand Admiral Thrawn is 6 stars. We already talked about that. Just get a little bit more gear on your Phoenix, and then we can round him out to 7 stars. Very important to get Thrawn to 7 stars because of his capital ship. It just makes him a better overall offensive juggernaut. Your farming is on the pillars, and we're going to attack these one at a time. Now, the thing that we're kind of looking at here is you have not even touched the Old Republic. Some of the things I've seen in First Order you can finish up and you can get your BB-8. Bounty Hunters are almost there. We need some gear and we need some more farming. Boss is not even close to being done. So, boy, oh boy, oh boy. My recommendation, you're close to getting BB-8. First Order is just about done, so we can at least get that character knocked out. However, not having Revan is killing you. And it's going to kill you. I didn't even look at his Ewoks. Let me filter that out real quick. Let's just see where we're at. Hey, boy.
It's tough with newer players, newer rosters to get.
I know, but see, the thing that I think we need to do is he's talked about being all over the place, and he is all over the place. I mean, you can see stuff started, things like that. We're gonna get you hyper focused. All right. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna finish it out First Order. It's about done, and you can get BB-8. That's a pillar knocked out. Now the decision we have to make, because that's just gear in a farm. It's not that bad. The question I will pose to you and Finn, you guys give me your thoughts, is should he go right for the Old Republic and start farming them, or do we want to focus on some more of these different pillars? Because really that's left, so this is what's left. Revan, 3PO, Chewbacca, BB-8, JTR.
So 3PO is out. Ewoks are later. I'm not concerned about.
So let's get it a 3PO.
However, he is really darn close to getting what he needs to do for Chewbacca. Even if he unlocks him at 5-star, he's still extremely viable at 5-star gear 11.
So First Order, the 2 bounty hunters, because the event's not coming around.
Because I mean, he's already got CLS gear 12 with 2 Zetas, and he's got OG Han at gear 11 with 1 Zeta, and he's almost got R2 at gear 11, 7 stars with a Zeta.
I agree.
And he's got Thrawn. He could run CLS, Chewbacca, Han, R2, and Thrawn. And that's a really good climbing team.
So we can definitely finish First Order. That's your closest team done to get BB-8. That's a great little character for your resistance. And then we can work on bounty hunters, getting bounty hunters at least in a position. So First Order, finish it up. It's almost done. So let's get that. Keep the farm going on those characters. I'd go with Executioner. But you've got 4 out of 5, and a lot of them have gear and stuff. So let's do that. Just get BB-8. Not a hard one to get. So let's do that. BB-8. Then we'll go finish up your bounty hunters. Start farming Bosk immediately. Immediately.
Oh, he says it's gear 12 now.
Who is?
His Han.
Oh, that's good then. Okay, good. So that'll give you 2 of the pillars right there. Now, after First Order and Bounty Hunters, we round them up and get them ready to rock and roll. The question is, do we go JTR or do we go for Revan?
Let's see.
Well,
he has Veteran Smuggler Han at
JTR.
7-star. He has Veteran Smuggler Chewie at 5-star. He's going for Jedi Training.
Yeah, we're going for JTR. So
because JTR will help him when his guild starts doing heroic Sith.
Actually, he could work on both since he's got 7-star and then 1-5. So your Cantina farm's going to be that other veteran. Finish him up.
Yeah, you can start working on both, right? The main focus is going to be Jedi Training Rey, but you can also start getting your Old Republic in the meantime because you're ahead of the game with that one.
But any other squads, any other teams other than these teams that we just mentioned are out. I don't care about troopers. I don't care about Night Sisters. I don't care about anything else. We've got to get you the pillars. And this is the order that you need to do them in. Plain and simple. This is your farm. This is your focus. We need to round these characters out. We need to round out Thrawn to 7 stars. We've got to start getting these other pillars in. And the good thing about what we're doing, Rancid, about why we're telling you to do the pillar system, one, it unlocks epically good characters. Two, it also helps you round out some of your other squads. You need First Order for BB-8. Well, there's a nice little squad for you there. You need, and just down the line, Bounty Hunters for Chewbacca. Well, there's another nice little squad for you there. So it focuses you on a team to get a great character that helps another part of your thing. You were going to First Order for BB-8, but then BB-8 helps make your resistance really good. The same thing when you get, the resistance going, that helps you get your resistance team going when you get JTR. So it's a cascading effect. I don't want you focusing on anything else other than those specific squads and teams. Nothing else. I don't care about Night Sisters. Now, you want to farm Wampa and Hermit Yoda out of the store like you have been? I don't have a problem with that. Finish working on those characters. Those are the only characters. Everything else is super focused on pillars. Because I think if we can get you focused on this, get your pillars squared away, and help get some of these teams round out, it's going to get you more focused, and it's going to help you out in the long term. It works out every time. You can ask anybody that we've directed like this. It has helped them tremendously get focused. It's helped round out their roster. It's given them more to play with. It's a win-win-win. So those are your characters that we need to focus in on. Do you want to go to mods next, Finn? Because you were really talking about that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's take a look at his mods.
Okay.
You have a lot of decent mods, actually. And in fact, you have a lot that are speed sets, which we don't typically see, especially with some of the lower rosters. So you've done a good job on...
Oh, very nice.
Mods.
Yeah, look at all those speed set mods.
Hey, buddy, guess what you're going to be doing for the next month? Slicing. Yeah, Joy, start down.
Yeah, you have purple 4s, you have blue 3s that just make me want to slice all of them just looking at it. So
6E is out. Do not slice 6E.
Yeah. Slow down on the 6Es. You don't want to keep doing those.
No more 6Es for you, my friend.
But you also need to remod to the point where you are optimizing it. And so you will want to make your Thrawn your fastest. You will probably want to make your Scion your second fastest. You will want to make Nihilus your third fastest. Your Emperor Palpatine is going to be fast with potency, and then you can put a speed set on Vader. Vader does not need to be your fastest.
No.
It's one of the kind of the little misconception things that a lot of people have. Vader was the one that needed to go fastest back in the day when it was Emperor Palpatine versus Emperor Palpatine. That's kind of where that mentality stuck. It was the right play at that time. Once Traya got released and once Bastila got released, that goes kind of crazy. That isn't the way that you necessarily want to go. So what you want to do, again, Thrawn your fastest, Scion, and Nihilus. And that's going to be kind of your temporary mod set until you can get your CLS team and get your Chewie in. We really need to get your Chewie in there so you can start building that CLS team for your arena. But I think with your EP team, you should be able to get higher in arena. But we do need to work on your modding a little bit. The linchpin of the Bastila team is the Grandmaster Yoda. If you fracture him, you'll find that things will die. If you're still in the chat here, Rancid, do you see Bastila teams with Jolie or without Jolie? Because if you see teams without Jolie, then obviously you don't have to worry about the res. It'll kind of change up your strategy a little bit. If you are seeing Bastila teams with a Zeta Jolie, then obviously that changes it because now you do have to worry about the res. So different teams are going to have different ways that you're going to need to attack them. Either way, your Thrawn is going to need to be your fastest.
Yeah, I like the mods he's got. Yet they're just all over the place, and they need slicing.
We need to focus.
So we need to refocus your PvP team with your best speed mods, like Finn announced, and then, brother, you are slicing for a while. I don't want to see any more 6Es, and I want to see all these purples and blues down this page sliced until this is a sheet of gold right here.
Mm-hmm.
Big time. So,
and just regular gold, 5A gold, not 6E gold.
Yeah, not 6E gold, 5A mods. You don't even have enough Gear 12 to justify having 6E. You've got 3 Gear 12 characters. So let's.
I'm assuming I forgot to look at his fleet. I'm assuming he has him on Vader right now because of fleet, and he's using TIE Advance.
Sure, I don't have a problem with that, but
it's okay. The ones that you'll typically consider for 6E mods are your arena team plus your fleet team. But when your roster is where it is right now and it's kind of early, what you have to worry about is that you are 6Eing too many mods that you can't now move around onto other characters. Because you only have 3 Gear 12, and then you have a bunch lower, right? You have 9 Gear 11, 10 Gear 10, 7 Gear 9, 12 Gear 8. Some of these events you can limp into with a lower star team. For example, you're going to have to work on your 7-star Thrawn, right? You have your Phoenix, and your Phoenix are not super geared. They're Gear 8s right now, right? With the 7 Zeb. So that's going to be your team going into Thrawn. That team can beat the 7-star Thrawn event. If you haven't watched it, watch Ranger attempt the Thrawn event. You can beat it with Gear 8.
We need a montage!
But you probably need to get some of your better mods onto that team in order to have yourself a good chance. And if your mods are all of a sudden 6E, right, then you're not going to be able to move them onto your Gear 8 characters because 6E can only be on Gear 12. So your roster does not benefit from 6E right now. So just go ahead and wait for it. Just take them to 5A. You have a lot of mods with huge potential. So that's where you want to keep your focus. 6Es are not necessary when you're this low in GP. It's really only necessary when you start getting probably about, I want to say, 20 or so Gear 12 characters. And with your roster, you should be focusing on Gear 11 anyways, not Gear 12. So just stop with the 6E, focus on slicing your other mods. You'll be able to get a lot of really fast mods. You've gotten some pretty good mods here to start you off. And their speed set, which is even better. So you're in a great shape. Start focusing on those mods. Then I think you'll be even higher.
All right, and then we go to ships.
What's he running right now for ships?
Let me go back to his profile for it.
Tarkin, TIE Advanced, Imperial TIE, and Biggs.
Well, we've got Chimera.
What's his Chimera at? I was just about to look at that. No, he doesn't have Chimera.
Oh, so we got to get Chimera, so that'll be a big help to you. You need to start farming Bosk. You also probably want to start farming his ship. It's a big, important ship that you may want to consider. And Jango Fett's hard node is a great node. You get Jango, you get Bosk, and some of the gear that drops out of that hard node is fantastic. So we got TIE Advanced 6 stars. I'm sure he's working on that. Biggs is done. Wedge is done. Ghost is done. Slave 1, 6 stars. Some of the other ships that stand out is Kylo Ren Shuttle is 6 stars. Imperial TIE Fighter is done, 7 stars. Silencer, you need to finish Silencer to 7 stars since you have your Kylo Ren. He does have Poe unlocked, Finn. I just wanted to throw that out there. I mean, you can tell he's working on ships. We need to get Thrawn unlocked, so that'll be a big help to you for your ship lineup. I don't really have a problem with what he's running because based off what I'm seeing here, Finn, I don't have a problem with that. You may want to start running like Silencer in your starting lineup. It's a big help facing lineups because Silencer on his first hit, he's fast, he can stun one of the ships, and that can make a big difference in battles. If they lose a turn, then that's helping you out tremendously. I think getting your Chimera is going to be a big help to you as well. What are you seeing, Grim and Finn and ships that stand out to you?
He's running the best team he can.
Yeah, I agree.
It looks like for the most part, so I'm not too worried.
Yeah, I agree with Finn here. It looks like he's using the best possible thing he can sustain right now as far as ships go. However, personally, I think he should, work on Houndstooth, get that sucker to at least 5 stars, And then maybe work on the other bounty hunter ships and get those to 5 stars and get the Falcon. I mean, most of his ships are at the point to where that might be the best.
Well, he's got a lot of he's got a lot of characters he needs to farm. So ships like the ones that are on nodes is going to be hard for him to get because he's got so many characters to work on, especially for the pillar system.
Well, let's see here what's on the IG.
I mean, Bosk is totally fine. Because that's a ship you need, and you're getting a good character out of it, plus the gear. I'm fine with him working on Houndstooth, so he can put that in his starting lineup.
What makes you sad? Vincent Punctor says it makes him sad. I don't know what makes him sad.
What makes him sad?
I don't know. Don't be sad.
Yeah, listen,
I'll leave if I'm making you sad.
Finn, you son of a...
I know.
No.
Hashtag I blame Finn is real for a reason.
Ranson, so these are just what we... So listen, when we're doing a roster review, it's not to make you sad, it's just to get you focused. Here's what you're doing good, and you've done some good things with your roster. Here's some things that'll help you to get better. This is not us,
You've actually gone in the right direction with everything you've done.
Absolutely.
It's just a lower roster. Ships makes him sad.
Well, okay. Yeah.
What we're doing is we're giving you suggestions on how to improve your game. We're not telling you got to drop what you're doing and change the way you play the game right now.
But you've actually done a good job. I mean, you have a lot of the ship, except for Poe. Your Poe is 3-star, just saying. But you have most of the good ships pretty much worked on right now, which is really good to see, right?
It's a marathon, man. It ain't a sprint.
Good focus because it's helping you with some of the other stuff, right? You're working on your dark side ships. I can see you're working on your Imperial TIE, your Scimitar, your TIE Advanced, your Silencer, your Slave 1. All of this is going to help you towards your Zetas. Good job. You're now also working on your Rebel ships, right? Your Ghost is 7-star, your Biggs is 7-star, your Phantom is 5-star, so you're working on that one. I saw your Wedge was 7-star. I mean, you're working on the ships that are helping you towards Chimera. So there you go.
I want you to start farming Cassian's U-Wing out of Cantina.
Yeah. I mean, Cassian's U-Wing now you probably want to do over Biston. That is one of the changes from what we were
start farming Cassian's U-Wing immediately. Out of the Cantina store. It is priority.
So you've done
Back on what I was saying about the bounty hunter ships. Disregard what I was saying because I just looked at what nodes those bounty hunter ships are on.
Yeah,
and those characters that are on the bounty hunter ships, other than Houndstooth.
Yeah, Houndstooth you can do.
They're not good. They're late game ships, and Millennium Falcon. Well,
so
you're gonna have to go on a huge detour for it. You have other things to prioritize with your energy. So yeah, I mean, work on your Bosk, right? That'll help you with your bounty hunters. You'll get your Chewie. Then at the same time, you're working on Houndstooth node. You're getting your Django. Django is a pretty decent character. He may not be like one of the first characters we recommend, but the fact that he's on the Houndstooth notes makes it super awesome. And you'll be working on Bosk and Houndstooth at the same time. And once you're able to place Houndstooth in your starting lineup, which you probably can, 3-star Houndstooth can work. It might be a little bit squishy.
I'd wait till you get 4-star. Yeah, just get 4-star. Then that's when the shit can be
you're
used.
Already in the 200. Stay in the top 200. But once you get to 4-star, I think you'll be able to push into the upper 200s, maybe into the top 100, depending on how your shard works, and you'll be able to go from there.
Yeah, it's a progression, man, with your ships, with your lineup. If you take what we've suggested, working on your mods, remodding your PvP team, working on those specific characters and squads that we told you for the pillars, and then keep working on your ships, you'll be just fine. It looks like you're kind of all over the place. You need a little direction, like you said. This is the direction you need. I guarantee if you do what we tell you, get a little bit of hyper focus on that stuff, you will see the results. It'll, one, keep you from getting fluff GP. 2, it'll get you hyper focused on building your squads. 3, you start getting some unlocks on these pillar characters, which are phenomenal characters. It'll get you focused on your mods, so your arena team's modded better, so you'll do better in arena. And then you'll be slicing mods, so it'll give you more mods to look at and maybe switch around because you're getting better. The more you slice, the slicing rate sucks, but You're gonna get some gold out of that, so keep doing that, and then focus on ships. You're for 1.8, you're fine. You're a little bit all over the place, and that's okay. We see it all the time, but as soon as you get hyper focused, we've seen it time and time again. As soon as we get somebody hyper focused and they start doing that, a month later they're like, guys, I'm this, and I got this, and now I'm this in the arena and this. And we see it all the time. So don't get frustrated, and don't worry about anything. If you do this, you'll be fine, my friend. I think that covers the gambit there, Finn. Anything else?
No, and if you have any questions, Rancid, just go ahead and type them in the chat. We've been watching, especially when you said you were sad. So we don't want to be sad. But if you have any other questions, let us know. But for anybody else, if you guys would like a roster review, head on to the RSG Discord and just message me, Finity, and say that you want a roster review. Make sure that I reply that you are in the queue, and I will add you to the queue.
Yeah, make sure you include your GG page.
Yeah.
All right. That's the roster review, boy. It's time for some questions. I guess when did we be doing the questions, Finn?
I need to type one email, so I can do it afterwards if you want to do the first couple, and then I'll be able to.
All right, stupid Finn.
Yep.
All right, let's get to some questions. Question. Deadpool Kyle, question. Ranger, why is everyone ditching you for the lunch streams? Well, I don't know. Finn is busy with work. Grande's got to sit by the pool. Mike's got the darters. Grim's always here. Stanley doesn't have a stall. That's all I can tell you. Let's see. Tangent Revolution.
I'm
question.
always here.
I did. I gave you props through that, man. Don't regret. No, don't make me regret giving you props, Grim. All right. Let's see here. Next question from Tangent Revolution. Question: what kind of coffee do you guys drink when you're watching Radar? That's right, Graham. Everybody knows I like coffee when I look at Radar. I like a nice
we love coffee.
Espresso with a mocha blend with some cream and sugar.
I love the Spaceballs references.
Travis Anderson question: with as many references Ranger makes to Dr. Quinn, are we to assume that Ranger has a full box set of medicine women? No, I just know that character exists. It worked perfectly with Finn's name, so I ran with it. 26 Rogues question: what are your favorite squads to beat Night Sisters with Nest? You take a pick, man. There's quite a few that can do it. I don't know. It depends on like where in Grand Arena or Territory Wars I'm facing them. If I've got a leftover, I mean, I'm always safe than sorry when it comes to Night Sisters with Nest. But I mean, you can take your pick. There's lots of different squads that you can go in with. Your top meta squads are going to on defense or on offense are going to be a defensive Night Sister. What gets people in trouble is they go in there not looking at the mods and not thinking about it, and then once you get that team turn meter, you basically hose the rest of your guild. So don't do that crap. If you're going to go in there, you go in strong. That's the one thing I can tell you. It has to be a strong team, and it has to be a meta counter. Period. Or you're going to screw over someone else. All right, Ryan D. question: how much of a donation is required to watch Finn twerk in a Darth Vader suit? Finn, how much is it going to take?
I don't have a Darth Vader suit, so probably
that was not the answer. That was not the question.
$100 million?
Really?
I don't have a Darth Vader suit.
You can get one of those stupid plastic ones for like $5 or something.
They are not $5. I don't know when the last time you looked. Those, even the cheapo Vader costumes are like $40. And then you get like the little plastic helmet. I mean, you can get the little plastic.
Let's just say with the helmet. Let's just say with the helmet.
Why would you want to see me?
Just the helmet and wear your Naruto outfit. There you go.
Oh.
That I can do. I do have the Akatsuki robe.
Oh, really? Yeah, that'd be perfect.
I went as Toby for Halloween. So I have the Akatsuki
very
robe.
nice.
I actually made his fan blade. I brought pieces with me because I was at a...
Well, actually, Madara's fan blade. He just borrowed it.
Well, yeah. and it was not really Toby, it's Obito. But anyways,
Right.
yeah, I was going to a convention, and it was right at Halloween time. So we, like, my group decided that we were going to dress up. We were like one of like 2 groups that dressed up, so it was just fun. I was the only one in costume, pretty much. But I took all the pieces in order to build the fan blade with me when we went into the hotel room. So I like constructed it there. So if a plastic Vader helmet is acceptable, and the Akatsuki robe is fine.
Well, let's just think. We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
I'll say 250. We can record it when we go into the hotel room.
How about 350, Finn?
I'll say 250. 250 if you want to see me twerk. I don't know why you want to see me twerk, but
because it's amazing.
For the record, I can twerk. In fact, when I was in St. Martin, when I went for my birthday, I got put into a dance contest and I twerked and I won. They gave me a bottle of champagne and a glass and a shirt for free.
Right.
So, one
of
my friends has a video that she is not allowed to distribute of that.
Science. All right, next question. Darth Tallywhack Manacker. Question. Drawing in mods, is it better to have a variety of mods at any dot level or have more dot health mods than you can shake a stick at? What do you think there, Cram?
Wait. I'm guessing he's complaining about the ratio of health mods to everything else.
Well,
right?
It just says, drawing in mods, is it better to have a variety of mods at any dot level or have more dot health mods than you can shake a stick at?
I'd say yes to both, really.
Well, no, you have to pick one or the other.
You already get a bunch
Grim,
of...
boy, I'll tell you what, Grim, you're starting to make me angry.
Well, with the events and stuff, you already get a massive amount of health mods.
That's right.
So, but to have a larger selection of all the different types, it does help a little bit because it makes your roster more versatile.
Yeah, very much so.
So, yeah.
I would say, yeah, you really want that versatility because the big thing you want to focus on first for me was speed mods, right? Let's get those 5-dot speed mods with speed secondaries. Offense sets are important. Critical sets are important. Potency sets are important. You want some tenacity and defense for your tanks, but you don't need a ton of them. Health sets are fine for your tanks as well, and health can work on any of your characters. I think having that diversity in your mods with enough, if you have nothing but health, there's only so much you can do with that, and it's limiting some of your characters. So even having some of those other diversity in your mod sets, I think is a better way to go. There's certain characters that, you need specific mod sets for. So I would continue to expand your mod sets. If you're short, I've done this here recently. I was like, I'm a little short on some speed mods. Let me farm some speed mods. Or, my offense I need some more offensive set mods. Let me farm that. So I sold everything 4-dot and below, kept the 5 dots if they had speed secondary or offense, which I was looking for. And that's why you do that. So you have to be able to assess your mod, where they're at, what are you short on, what do you need to work on. Eventually you're going to get so many mods you're not going to know what to do with because they give you so many from the events. However, you need to filter out those mods that are just crap and just get rid of them. When you first start out, you'll take what you can get. Trust me, I know. You're like, I got all these characters. Gimme. You're putting mods on. Eventually, when you get caught up to all your characters having mods, and then you get a huge mod set, then you start filtering and you start fine-tuning. All right, I need more of these sets and with these speed secondaries, and you start farming. You're looking at what you're getting, and so it's a constant, a continuous evaluation of where your mods are at. But yeah, it was a good question. A lot of people ask us that, and I think it's a great question. But yeah. Kazakage too easy. Question, Ranger, why can't we all have rosters like Loki? I'm sad. I mean, if I had a roster like Loki's, I'd never leave the house. Are you kidding me?
Why? That's exactly why you leave the house, because you don't have to sit and wait for energy.
Hell no, I got so much to play with. I'm going to be playing all day long, Finn. Shut your...
Oh yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, if
Yeah.
you were stayed at home all the time because you had a roster like that, you wouldn't be able to have a roster like Loki's, because he's always out making bank.
No, that's because he just
Get a roster like that.
Let's be real. Loki just walks out the door and he makes bank. I mean, that's ridiculous. That guy's luck is... So I call him the sexy Buddha. I'm going to rub that dude's belly when I meet him. Like, give me all the lucks.
Yeah, like, hey guys, I just won $5,000 on a slot machine. You lucky little.
Let's see. Malin87 question. Are any of you planning to dive into the GG upcoming meta? Not yet.
How do you know it's a meta?
Yeah, one, we don't know if it's meta defining or changing.
Everyone be
Relax. I talked about this last night. You heard me last night, Finn.
For the most part, I fell asleep kind of in the middle. But
Never mind, Finn. You suck.
Dude,
I
saw you in there talking. You were trolling.
I was, and did you notice how I stopped like probably halfway through?
Finn, you know.
Yeah, see?
I listen to all your streams. I may not say much, but I listen. You know what, Finn? You've cut me.
I fell asleep. I sleep while in Discord voice with people. Ask Graham.
Well, he lurks and then he falls asleep.
Right.
Well, yeah.
No, true. Yeah. That's
I have
true.
to prepare for my sleep.
There's some lurking action going on and stuff.
And what's really funny is sometimes he forgets to mute his mic, and you can hear him talking in his sleep.
Mm-hmm.
That was once, I think.
And
apparently,
that doesn't count.
I actually respond to questions.
All right, let's talk about this meta. So, one, we don't know if it's meta. Listen, just because Arnold shows a video that came from CG of Grievous taking out a Revan team does not mean anything. There's a lot of stuff we do not know about this team. Guys, I'm telling you, don't invest until we know for sure. If you want to farm the characters to star level, fine. That's it. Don't be going ham-hock crazy on this stuff. We've seen it before time and time again where this has happened and everyone's like jumping the bandwagon, trying to get in there like, oh, it's not as good as I thought. Yeah. That's why you don't do it. So
yeah,
wait.
let us take the hit first before
right. We will figure it out
first.
and then tell you if you need to do it. You know, I'd love to see it become a meta, but questions. How good is it?
Would like to see it become a meta butt?
Huh? Finn, I'm trying to make a point here. Shut up.
You said you wanted to see it become a meta butt.
No, I didn't. You know what? Graham, go.
You can go back and listen.
All right,
said
Finn,
you
here's...
wanted
I was
to
making a
become meta
point.
butt.
You just jumped right in when I was saying something. Finn, here's some crayons. Go to the corner. Go to the corner. I told you about this.
I want to know what a meta
Make
butt
sure
is.
you
I might need it for the course.
draw in the lines. Don't just grab the crayon and start just putting colors on. I want you to draw the color inside the lines. No. So, questions about the... It looks really good. The kit looks solid. The new characters are great. I love what they're doing. However, how does it hold up in Arena? Does it have other counters? Yeah, it can take out Revan, but can Revan take out that? And can the other meta teams out there, Sith, JTR, CLS, what is its effect on those? So these are just basic questions, and we don't know the answer to them yet. So if you want to go all in right now, based off a video and what you're seeing, we've said this time again, we've seen kits where we read it and thought that they might be good, and they're not. Now, I think Grievous is going to be a strong character. I think the droids are going to be a really strong team. Are they going to be meta-defining, as Warrior says? I don't know. And you shouldn't jump the gun until we have hard facts about it. Now, if it turns out great, that it is fantastic, then we'll have to change our thinking and our strategy about who to farm and things of that nature. But until such time, relax. The other thing, too, guys, you guys keep forgetting. Remember what happened with Chewie? They dropped Chewie, and then right after that, the panic farm for Revan. And if you're not going to have that in the back of your mind, I don't know what to tell you. We keep telling you, do not forget about that, guys. Wait to do stuff with Grievous. See how things play out. Let's get through February, get all the information, see what the data and the players are telling us. from their playing, how effective it is, and then let's see what's coming around in March. That's it. Stay on target, stay focused. All right? All right. Next question. Let's see here. Fendi, can you do questions now?
Indeed, I can.
Okay.
Okay, so next question, Blackbeard Premium. Is everyone hyped for the Grievous rework? I am. Actually.
I am actually. Yeah, I like it a lot. Finn. Well, let's get your thoughts, Finn. I like it a lot. I think there's some really good quality stuff in there.
I'm still waiting for the uniques of the IG100 rework and the Vertica, because we've seen a lot of uniques that actually will have like almost like a leader ability while they're alive, right? So I've seen the videos. It seems pretty neat. I like Grievous's kit, but I want to see what the uniques are of IG100 and Droidica to see what they brought to the Grievous. But Grievous has been a long neglected character, and it doesn't look like they're going to treat him the same way they treated Mace.
No.
So I am definitely getting hyped for the rework.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to make him really good. How good is the question? So let's just hold our horses.
Well, from the looks of the video and what people have been saying in like Reddit, because they deconstructed that video pretty darn well, the current theory of what it looks like is that IG100's unique will be some sort of auto taunt. So
that's cool.
Yeah, because when he does stuff, he gains taunt.
Which is what I was guessing anyways, because of the heroic AAT. It seemed like that was almost what they were trying to like replicate that for, right? IG100 was taunt whenever the person attacking had like a debuff or something. That's the AAT mechanic. I don't know what it's going to be in this, but that's what I was saying. Like IG100 is the protector of Grievous. It makes sense for him to have a taunt. Droidica, I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty darn hyped for this one, man. To see how well the other droids will work with Grievous, because Grievous has not just separatist droid synergy in his kit, so it should be interesting.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like to some extent is this trend of just copying abilities from other characters.
Yeah, for the main ones they've been doing, although I got to give them credit, we talked about B1's kit. Very unique, very dynamic and stuff.
It is, but it's kind of like a variation on Night Sister Zombie, which I'm not necessarily...
It is, but it's so unique and different, though, in the sense of how they do it. And I really dig that. See, that's the kind of stuff that I'm like, do more of that.
But we've seen, like, Revan now with this crazy just copy from, like, 7 different character kit. We're seeing Grievous being kind of a copy of the Bounty Hunters with Aura. I mean, we're seeing some copying going on. Which I'm not necessarily... I mean, they're decent abilities, so it's not necessarily, like, the worst thing you can do, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like...
Though, when you think about it, with Grievous kit, a lot of it goes really well with the canon of the character.
Yeah. You know? I want to have him... I want to see somewhere just a Kenobi versus a Grievous. That's all I want to see.
Sure. I did it in Battlefront, Finn, for you.
Yeah, I know. I was watching the Battlefront.
You loved it.
I had to.
And that was freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah, and then when I had Dooku versus Kenobi and stuff, people were like, oh.
Yeah, I know. It was actually pretty neat.
I had a lot of 3-on-1s in that it happens a lot. I'm like, damn it, I'm the target again? God dang it. That's all I was for playing defense.
And Travis Anderson, you're not wrong. You said we're sleeping on HK. We know nothing about the HK rework, so it's not that we're sleeping on it. We just have no idea what they're doing with it.
No.
There might not even be an HK rework coming.
That's right. We don't know.
So far, there has been no official word on if...
Yeah, HK but the meatbag thing kind of points to it.
It does, but we're still...
It's like
we're in the lurch.
99.99999% that something is going on with HK. To what extent, who knows? But
yeah, they changed his idle stance.
They may change his idle stance. They may give him the separatist tag. I mean,
like,
there's a lot of things they can do.
They gave the clones helmets and didn't rework them. they gave the Genosians new artwork and a little bit better skins and didn't rework them. So just saying.
Yeah, we'll just have to see.
CG has been doing some of the what's the word, unpredictable stuff.
CG crazy. CG sneaky. You know he was sneaky. Remember Pearl Harbor? Pearl Harbor, you sneaky too?
Now, I admit I'll be happy if they do rework HK. I'll just put that out there because HK is awesome.
Yep.
All you meat bags.
All right. Next question from Adam M. Question: go hard on farming Jolie, then finish Scoundrels, or go hard on Grievous rework tunes at low stars?
That's a great question.
Have you not listened to us?
If Jolie is the only part you need,
finish Jolie. Yeah.
For Revan, then finish
Jolie.
Well, I think he meant after Jolie, right? Is that
no? He said, well.
Read it again.
I think so. I'm trying to figure out where the or is. So is it or go hard finishing Jolie, then finish Scoundrels?
Yes.
Is that one thing? Or go hard on Grievous rework low tunes, Grievous rework tunes at low stars.
I got to tell you, I
finish Jolie.
Finish
Jolie. Got that. Go with
I don't know why you wouldn't. He's a vital component to the Revan team, and I think that.
And he's actually really good on a Bastila team too. If you don't have Revan yet,
yeah.
Go with what you know. So, yeah. And yes, Hideous, I know he's not a separatist. I was just saying it's Separatist month, and they said something with HK, so they can just confuse it. Wouldn't be the first time they've kind of confused it. No, I meant Separatist because of the month. He was actually more likely to get a bounty hunter tag than anything else, but that's a whole separate. William Perron question: who should be prioritized on the hard node farms?
It depends on where you're at with your
Pillars.
roster. Pillars are always important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to see your roster.
But I mean, anything pillar related, characters that'll help you get your pillars are a priority. I mean, but which ones I can't tell you. It's right on the money. We won't know until we looked at your roster. Say, okay, focus on this, this, and this. But I mean, just in general, that's the kind of consensus of where you need to go.
So Adam M says he doesn't know. I don't know Jolie. I don't know what you mean by that. Let us know what your situation is with Jolie and the Scoundrels and the Grievous rework, because we almost never will recommend working on gear on a low set of stars on a character that we don't have like the full idea of whether or not they're good or bad. Right? We are watching selective videos showcasing them. You're not going to show them dying, although they have done that before. But we're not typically going to see videos.
Let's not open that chestnut.
All right. Next question. Let's see. Ryan D. question: did Harry Carey vote for Trump?
Hell no! I voted for Janis Joplin.
All right, that is a good answer. Next question, Captain Obvious question: which Ewok would make a better fifth if I don't have Wicket? Tebow for control or Scout for damage?
Oh,
I would say Tebow.
Yeah.
I mean, Scout is pretty good. It has really good damage output, but that's pretty much all that Scout does.
The other thing too is if we come back with that Ewok bonus, Tebow is awesome because every turn he gets the 100% turn meter gain. So he would be awesome for that team. So I would say Tebow. I also have a special place for him because he was also one of the first. He was one of the characters on the first team I used to solo the Rancor. So Tebow is also special for me. Moss Mike question: does the delay to free to play for the Old Republic characters strengthen your belief that they will be needed for something? Yes.
Oh yes.
In fact, more so, because if people are starting to save crystals, they know that, so they're going to try and make it so that the panic cost is probably going to be higher. So it would make sense, actually, that they may even release it on a faster cadence than they did before, which would be annoying, but they may do what they're doing. Eric Estrella question for Ranger: are you going to buy the packs for Droideka and B1 to get them to 4-star?
No.
Okay. Next question, the Axeman. I am able to beat some Revan teams now with Grievous Lead B1, B2, Magna Guard, and BB8. So is it not reasonable to assume that at least that team would get better with the rework? You're saying it yourself in the question. I am able to beat some Revan teams. I want to kind of have an idea about what those Revan teams are, right? Because I can beat, well, on my shard, I could have beaten most of the Revan teams with my Treya team using Sith Trooper. And that's because my Thrawn was better modded than some of the people's Revans. Like, they went with offense sets instead of speed sets, so I was able to kind of destroy them. You can beat some of the Revan teams with Treya lead with Fallen Bastila. Would you not consider Revan still better, right? And it's not to say that the Grievous team won't get better, but I don't want you thinking that this is going to be like the pure counter. We don't know if it's going to be a hard counter. There's a lot of soft counters to Revan, right? Finn team is a soft counter. You can use it fairly reliably, but it's also going to just suck on defense. Your Treya team is a soft counter. The Maul team with the Nest is a soft counter. If you can get a fast Thrawn, right? Fast Thrawn is a pretty hard counter to it. It's just hard to get that consistently, right? But will the Grievous team get better? Yeah, probably. Will it be that you can beat all of the Revan teams consistently? Because right now you're able to beat some? No, I wouldn't say that's something that's a given. We have to see how it goes.
Now, this is just theory because I'm working off of the skill descriptions. I don't know if they're going to work so well in game, but it's entirely possible that team will get better with this new rework of Grievous simply because of what Grievous does to those droids. You know, given your guys turn meter every time a droid lands a debuff, stuff like that, since B2 is spamming his buff immunity AoE all the time with that team, you know. But I'll be testing all that stuff out once they give us that, so hopefully I'll be able to give you more info on it.
Okay. Next question is from Ouchie, and she says, question, news came down yesterday that Disney Streaming is working on a Kira show. Any chance Kira hangs out with Night Sisters on Dathomir? There's surely some that survived Grievous. Will she become one? I think that would be pretty cool.
I don't think she'll become one, but most definitely she'll be hanging out with them if she's, you know, working with Maul.
And we might see a Night Sister dragon or 3. Just saying. Next question. Eric Estrella question. I'm almost done farming Nest. Who should I farm from the fleet table? Anakin ships, Poe ship, or young Lando ship? Not Poe ship, because you can get him from other sources. So not Poe ship. Get him from fleet currency.
Both Anakins and Landos are really good.
I would say Lando.
I would say Lando too, because Lando is on the same node, so and they both have really good drop rates. Mm-hmm. So you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's right. You know what the trick to that is, right?
Yes.
2 small birds, 1 big stone. Next question, Speedo kills. What is 1 divided by, in parentheses, 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by the square root of LC?
42.
I'm good with that.
Science.
It is some number so imaginably small that my head would explode even if I came to understand what you said.
Science.
Okay. That's it for questions.
What?
Oh, actually, there was one more from Helenix.
Yeah.
When do we estimate the return of the MILF event?
Okay, let me look on swgoh events because I don't remember the exact date that it came, so I will tell you.
Yeah, main reason I want to pop that one in there from him is because I'm curious as well.
Let me see. That one was... Where's the Millennium Falcon? There it is. Flight of the Falcon. It came on January 17th, so the earliest we would see it is probably April 7th. So end of April, early May is the time frame we're looking at.
Awesome.
Science.
Now they could change the cadence, but based on regular cadence of 3 to 4 months is what I'm basing it on.
As I said, science.
All right, that's it.
All right, Finn, you want to talk about the ACS stuff, my friend?
Sure. So we are still running our campaign for the American Cancer Society. Thank you to all of you guys that helped us. We broke 10,000 on Tiltify, which is a huge thing for us. So thank you very much. We are still pushing our goal of 15,000. So if you guys can donate, that would be awesome. We are. Wait, Camille Buhosky is saying I skipped his question.
Uh-oh.
I don't see Camille Buhosky's question here. Did he mistype question or something? Because it's not showing up. Let me check. Hold on, I'm just gonna type Camille. Let me see his question. Let's see, it's loading. Yes, because you just put Q. We say type question, but you just wrote Q. Camille, what's the right question? Because that's the way the bot catches it, but you just wrote Q. So you wrote, what would be an appropriate amount of crystals to save up each time in case something shiny comes out? Right now, the growing number is 40,000.
Mm-hmm.
So 40,000 is the number.
Science.
All right.
Amount of crystals I will never have.
So, again, we're raising money for the American Cancer Society. The links are in the description of the video, so you guys can donate to the Tiltify or directly to the American Cancer Society page. We are counting those, and we've been bringing in the milestone for the lightsaber roll as a result of that. So once we hit, I think, where do we have it last? It's at 14,242. So we need like almost a little over 3,000, 4,000, a little over 4,000, and we will give away the lightsaber to one person that donated. So if you guys help us get to the 15,000, it would be greatly appreciated. We're gonna have some fun stuff going on. We'll be doing a Borderlands stream tonight for Tuesday Night PC Gaming.
We got Battlefront 2 today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're doing. So Ranger's gonna do Battlefront 2. We're gonna do Borderlands 2 after. Wednesday night we're gonna be doing more for the giveaways and all of that. So if you guys are able to join us for that, be on the lookout for some fun rewards and stuff that we'll be giving away. What else? I mean, that's pretty much it. Just keep watching the challenges. We still have some challenges open. We have Grimm's roster roasting is still available. Me wearing a porg to the ACS dinner is still available. So lots of stuff still available for you guys. And more will be coming soon.
All right. So on behalf of myself and the crew, thank you guys for being here. We very much appreciate it. With that, we are going to end the stream. So make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. And with that being said, thanks for stopping in, and we will holler at you later. Peace.